So what's on the menu today?
Today we're going to make Mayirio, which is simply a mixed vegetable stew. And sometimes you can also cook it with meat, but we'll just do a veggie one. Garlic, onion, whatever is in the garden, beans, zucchini, pepper, eggplant, fresh tomato. That's basically, they are the veggies. And sweet corn if you have young sweet corn or as well. And it's just a superb mixed vegetable summer stew, which Icarians would have 3 or 4 times a week if they had all the produce in the garden. It's probably the most common summer dish for Igaria, together with sufiko. I put quite a bit of garlic, about 3 heads in there, which, you know, it's nice, as much as you like or as little as you like. Yeah, I think the creation of this dish probably came about decades and decades ago, when the gardens weren't as big as they are now because water was scarce. They were watering them with a bucket from the well, etc., etc. So they only had a couple of plants of, you know, each veggie, if they had all those veggies anyway. So to make up a big saucepan of food for a large family, they put everything in together to this really tasty dish. And probably a very, very healthy dish, I'd say, because all the juices, everything is kept in the pan from all those veggies. So that's how I'd imagine it was created, whereas in Athens they tend to cook beans on their own and eggplant on its own as a dish and okra and whatever, whereas this dish and okra, if you've got it, all the veggies, a bit of each, were put into one big saucepan and all the family ate out of it. I'll put 3 or 4 cloves of garlic in and just roughly chop up these onions. Onions just give beautiful flavours to food anyway. Now we're going to cook our veggie stew, the Mayirio. We've got onion in there, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, 2 or 3 carrots I've chopped up roughly. And if you've got fresh tomato, it's absolutely beautiful. I haven't, I just had a little one, I chopped it up, so we'll put some tomato puree in. I'll put a bit of water, so I don't fry the veggies just straight in oil. And we'll just saute these. Yeah, about a cup of water at the very most, and then some oil. And we'll just saute these first to soften them a little bit, then we'll put in the other veggies. So we'll leave it like that for a few minutes and saute them a bit. So we've softened the carrot and the onion. We'll put the eggplant in, which I put again in salted water and then drained it off. And you can put the peppers, there's half a dozen small capsicums there, just roughly cut up in slices and slivers. And we've got some frozen beans because the fresh ones aren't in yet. Just a packet of frozen beans. The base of this dish, of this recipe, are the beans. Fresh tomato, definitely when you have it, just grate it and pour it all in with the peels and everything, but now we haven't got any, so I'll put some of this puree in. Not a lot, we don't want it to be a saucy dish. And then we've got the salt. Some pepper, a little bit of pepper. I don't use a lot of pepper in my cooking. And definitely turmeric, which just blends so beautifully with all of those tastes and the aroma. It's just, and that's not a spice that Greeks use very much, and it's certainly not Icarians, but I've learnt to use it in practically everything. Just sort of cook it a bit gently, a bit for the beans to defrost, and we'll check on it again. If you have fresh beans, of course, you just put them all in together, and you might put them in first if you like, because they will take a little bit longer to cook maybe than the peppers, and they're definitely fresh beans. And the rest of the, I'll put some zucchini in a bit later because that won't take long. But we'll just wait for the beans now to soften and defrost a bit. Alright, here we have the Mayirio. It's cooked. It's got some juices in it, of course, which we love to dunk our fresh bread in. And this also is accompanied by a cheese, feta. Feta, but we've got our lovely goat's cheese.
Looks beautiful.
Smells beautiful. Peppers give a beautiful aroma. So you just want a little bit of juice there. You don't want it to be dry and you don't want it to be like a soup.
Alright, let's eat.